What's up, everybody? How's it going? It is me, the one wiener warrior out here fighting on the front lines, and this video really has no specific purpose or goal. I just felt like recording something, and I think I need to do a little bit of some personal sort of videos where I just kind of hit the record button and just start talking. Start talking about my life, start talking about whatever comes into my mind, because it's healthy to just, get it all out there as like a form of therapy. Just film it, set it up, and send it out. And I also need some sort of content to just sit back and do nothing while recording. I currently, at the moment, I'm kind of just sitting back waiting, because as anybody who knows me personally would know, my headphones, my old headset that I use for gaming on my PC, my old headset tried to murder me not too long ago, and in its attempts to murder me, it ended up killing itself. It was the only victim. I came out unscathed. However, it definitely did not survive its attempted slaughter. And so my headset is pretty much out of commission at the moment. And so I've kind of just been waiting for a new one. I'm using an old shitty Xbox One headset, which is good, but it's painful on my ears, and it's not as good as I really need it to be. So I haven't really been doing any sort of videos lately. But that's not to say that I don't have videos on the horizon. I am trying to work on some stuff, but I won't really say what they are, just because I like to keep that level of suspense. You never really know what you're gonna see down the pipeline. All two people that watch this channel. You guys, you two troopers out there that tune in every single day for about 4 seconds. Both of you're in for a surprise. One of them being me. So that one person out there who watches my videos, you're a real fucking trooper. But yeah, at the moment I just kind of got nothing going on, so I figured this would be something I wanted to start doing, something that would be healthy to start doing. Just kind of get my thoughts all out there, start talking about some stuff and about my life, get me more in the habit. Because that's one thing I've just never been good at, is not necessarily talking about myself, but even just like finding stuff to talk about, because my life is just boring as fuck. A lot of times my daily routine is wake up, take a shit, eat a bowl of cereal, and then sit around for the next, like, 5-6 hours, however long I'm awake for, and then rinse, repeat. I'm not usually the most outdoorsman kind of person. I don't go outside all that often, not because I'm necessarily shut in, but just because I have no real reason to go outside. All my boys, all the boys, we met up online, and I don't have a whole lot of shit I need to, constantly go outside for, especially now in like 2020, where if I go outside, I'm basically reprimanded, apprehended by the police, and fucking thrown into a quarantine cell. So there's just not been a whole lot to talk about, and there really isn't a whole lot to talk about me personally. But sometimes I think, maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe I should just keep talking about it regardless. And I think that's what I'm gonna start doing, even if it's the most fucking mundane, boring piece of shit. If the most interesting thing I have to talk about is like the fucking brand of socks that I'm wearing that day, motherfucker, I'm gonna talk about it, and I'm gonna make a video on it, and I'm gonna rant and rave about the fucking exquisite pair of socks that I'm wearing. What brand of socks am I wearing? That reminds me. Let me check. No, I can't really tell. I don't have the fucking box with me, and it's not like there's a label. So I'm wearing sock brand socks. I'm wearing the I don't know, fucking slippery sock company brand socks. Who knows? Soft slip-ons. Maybe that's a brand of socks that I should start. That sounds like a good fucking that sounds like a horrible idea. One, because I know nothing about making socks, and two, just the title alone, that makes it sound more like it's a fucking condom company. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this from now on. I'm not even gonna. I don't really think these are even gonna ever be that long. If a fucking video goes over 10 minutes at any point, if one of these go over 10 minutes, I would be sorely surprised. I'd probably shit my pants. You know, that'd be the fucking day the Earth stands still, is when I have enough interesting shit to talk about for 10 whole minutes. Although I can think of a couple things, so yeah, so I mentioned my headphones, but also, you know, I might just be upgrading my PC here soon. I can't make any promises on that end, you know. I don't know if there'll ever be a video where I'm fucking installing the new 3090 graphics card from Nvidia into my computer, but it's possible I'm going to be doing some sort of upgrades, because I think it's getting to that point now where, you know, my computer used to be good enough to run just about anything, and that was back in 2018, 2019, you know, when I built this thing, and it's just, sadly, it's not as future-proof as I thought, and I didn't really think it would be, but I need a new graphics card, and I need more RAM. It's very clear to me now that, you know, some of the games I want to play, just they're not built for this kind of PC. You know, my PC just ain't built for it. You know, the games are built different. This PC is just not built for it. You know, I'm missing my elite gamer specs. You know, I gotta get that ray tracing. I gotta get that fucking RTX. I have to have like 48,000 gigabytes of RAM. That's not. I'm obviously making a joke. I don't really think I need to, you know, fucking rip out my ribs and sell those on the black market just so I can upgrade my PC. But I really just need to upgrade something in it. I need to put something new in it to make it just run a little bit smoother in some of the games, because technology is advancing so fast, motherfucker. I can barely blink before a goddamn new phone is released. You know, like, tomorrow I'm probably gonna wake up to the iPhone 14 being released. You know, fuck the iPhone 13. That shit, we made a prototype and we sold that for $4,000. Here's the iPhone 14. Bitch's iPhone 15 coming out yesterday. So I do need to do that, and I'm probably gonna be trying to do that soon. Once I just start figuring some things out here. That's another thing I need to do. I need to apply for some sort of job, something, to get some disposable income, because as good as my current amount of money is, it isn't quite substantial enough to last, you know, as long as I would need it to, especially with college being fucking a shit show in terms of finances. I still am just not over my fucking trigonometry class. I can't. This is probably my biggest financial failure in my life. And, you know, as much as I'd like to say, you know, I don't really have a whole lot of regrets in life, this is one of those things that nobody should ever be able to overlook as not being something they regret. This is one of them. Let this be a lesson to everybody. Let this be a lesson. If your fucking professor says that you need to spend $70 on a software that just gives you access to your homework, and this is not including, you know, textbook or anything like that. If you need to spend $70 just to do your homework, you drop the fuck out of that class right away. You withdraw immediately. Don't continue for that. You walk right into your fucking college campus and you demand a refund. You tell your professor straight up, I want a refund on this. Because that is just the biggest sham. Don't do that. You shouldn't have to pay $70 for your homework. Nobody, I don't even care if you're fucking like, if this homework is gonna excel your fucking human evolution beyond what's currently physically possible. Nobody should have to spend $70 on 15% of their grade. I mean, that's some EA level shit right there. Spending $15 on spending $70 on 15% of your grade. Yeah, that's basically paying for my fucking A+ right there. Because let's say I did everything else perfectly. Let's say I did everything else perfectly, which I knew wasn't going to happen. So, you know, that's already that out of the way. But let's say you did everything perfectly. You know, you did all the tests. You aced the tests. You showed up 100% of the time. You aced all the work. But then you just didn't have $70 to pay for the homework, you know? You're living paycheck to paycheck. You just don't have that kind of money. I mean, so what the fuck are you gonna do? I mean, if you need to take trigonometry to get your degree, but you don't have $70 to pay for the fucking course's homework, well then there goes your A+. There goes your A, there goes your potential B. The highest you can get is like maybe a B-. And all because you didn't have $70. Or didn't want to spend $70, because who the fuck wants to spend money to do homework? I mean, come on now. If there's one way, teachers, keep this in mind. If there's one way to dissuade students from wanting to do their homework, it's by putting a fucking paywall in front of it. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do it. Anybody who's thinking about becoming a teacher and having students pay to do their homework, which is mandatory for their grade, don't put a paywall in front of it. You definitely won't get good standing with your students. Make that shit free to play. I would also like to tack on that just don't give homework in general unless it's like unfinished classwork. That would also be a good way to get in good graces with your students. But if you do homework, don't put a paywall in front of it. If the Lord has chosen you to give students homework, don't put a paywall in front of it. That's just scummy. That is the most greaseball thing I've ever seen. You know, I don't know who to blame. I don't know if I need to blame the professor or if I need to blame the fucking software for even existing, but you know, the website for even existing. But somebody in that line needs to be reprimanded for their crimes against humanity. They've committed crimes against Skyrim Inner people, and they must be. They must pay for these. But anyways, I feel like that's substantial enough. I feel a little bit better, more at ease with myself and with the world now that I've done this. This is very relaxing, very calming, actually, just talking about whatever random shit into a microphone. So I'm gonna try to do this more often, just get myself in the habit of talking about shit more, just because it's never been my strong suit, and I realize that for the stuff that I do, I need to do that more often. So, here we go. Trial number 1 at the fucking unedited, raw, uncensored bullshit about bullshit. That probably means absolutely nothing to literally anybody out there. And that's good. And that's good. If there's one person out there, if you find one person out there who tells me that they watched this video and cared about anything that I said, I will show you one liar. Or one super obsessed stalker. And if that's the case, if they're a super obsessed stalker, then hook me up. I want their phone number. If they're a female and she's cute, hook me up. I want her phone number. That'll be my final farewell for this video. If any of you out there know a stalker who's into me, and they're female and they're cute, you know, I want that phone number. I want that phone number. I want to meet up. I want to talk. But yeah, that'll be about it. So.